thanks so much for taking the time to speak to me today.
Thanks for coming and seeing us.
Great, great. So I understand that you came from a much larger company prior to joining the Planet. So what were some of the challenges you faced when you joined this team?
Well, it was interesting. When you come from a larger customer or larger company, like I had, and not only just previously to Earthling, but in my history, there's a lot of processes that have already been kind of figured out. There's a lot of best practices that have been implemented. The biggest challenge that I had coming to the Planet, and the biggest challenge and also the most exciting aspect of it, was to be able to come to the Planet and really create something from the ground up.
Right.
There were no processes, there were no practices, there were really no metrics in place, no measurements, and the ability to come in here, create a team, create an environment of customer centricity was really exciting and challenging.
So what were some of the systems that you had to put into place to create a world-class call center?
Yeah. So Anastasia, when I got here, really there were no metrics in place. The tools that the support department functioned on were less than world-class, and I'll just say that. Some of the basic questions you ask for when you lead a support department is, how many times are customers calling in? Why are they calling in? How are we satisfying them when they do call in? And what's that overall support experience like? We really didn't have any data, and we didn't have any metrics around that experience, the customer support experience. So really when we came here, I was able to work with Doug, our CEO, and we actually put in a brand new phone system, which allowed us to, for the first time, really have good visibility into the numbers of customers that were calling into us, when they were calling into us, how long did they have to wait on the phone when they were calling into us. We also put in a brand new chat system, which for the first time gave us visibility into the chat experience. How many customers were chatting, how long did they have to wait for chat. It also allowed us to record the transcripts, so we were able to take that chat experience and turn it into a best practice and drive training through it. We also made numerous changes to our ticketing system, which allowed us for the first time to kind of drive responsiveness in tickets, and then also for the first time get a sense of how many times customers were required to edit ticket. And then probably one of the biggest tools we put in place was a phone recording system, which really allows us to record every customer phone call that comes in. Again, we use all that data, all the metrics, number one, to see how we're doing real time, but also to kind of create best practices and procedures that agents can learn from. And over a period of time, just create a continuous process improvement life cycle. So over time, agents are getting better, and we understand our business better.
Right. Just out of curiosity, which one of those support systems are the ones that customers most often rely on? Like, is it the ticketing? Is it the calling?
So, really good question. Our ticketing system drives the most volume. Interesting. And the other two are ticketing is probably about half, and the other two are split about 25% in technical support. In billing care, the opposite is really true. Chat is the most preferred method for support. We do a lot of support for international customers, so phone calls obviously is not the best medium for them. They use some translation programs, and we do support via chat system or tickets.
So taking a look in the call center, you have giant screens at the front. What function do they serve, and do all call centers have that?
No, not all call centers have that. We're really lucky to have state-of-the-art equipment in the call center, and we use it for a number of different reasons. We put up metrics, daily performance metrics from the days previous, so each organization, whether it be billing care or accounting or technical support, can understand how well we supported our customers the day before. We also use it for real-time stats, so every agent, just by glancing up at the board, can immediately see how many phone calls we have in queue, what the various ticket queues look like, do we need to focus on any particular areas. And thirdly, we have a lot of fun with it. We do a lot of contests. Imagine a bunch of technical support people playing hangman, and you can get a letter, or you can kick somebody off a mountain when you close a ticket. All those tickets, of course, are reviewed for quality purposes, but the agents have a lot of fun, and the engineers have a lot of fun with those boards.
So it's obviously quite a fun environment to work around here. I mean, tell me a bit about your team.
Yeah, I've got really you couldn't build a world-class support organization without a really strong team.
Right.
And I've been really blessed to have be able to bring some guys that I've known from my past lives to help me. Arnold Ibanez, Christian Plunkett, and Brian Ferris, to name a few. We're able to bring on board. These guys have years and years of call center and support experiences from the outsourcing industry, which really allows you to have visibility and experience support throughout a number of different industries, throughout a number of different mediums. So immediately, the guys that I was able to bring on board here at the Planet were able to hit the ground running and help me, build the world-class support center we have today.
So I know that you've put a new smiley face support system in place. So can you tell me a bit more about that?
I'd be happy to. So really, the end result, the end customer support experience is what it's all about. So we have the tools and the technology in place to let us know how we're doing real time and are we hitting our service levels. And the numbers we're putting out, by the way, I would compare to any support department that I've ever been involved with. Our service levels are 98% on the phone, which means we're answering 98% of our calls in less than a minute. We're getting to our average response times in tickets in under 30 minutes, and our chat is almost instantaneous. So we really got good control under all of those. But again, the ultimate measurement was the customer satisfied or not. So we created a postcard system, the smiley face system, and whenever a support incident is closed on the tickets, we will send a postcard to the customer, and it has a smiley face and a frowny face. And we like smiley faces and we don't like frowny faces.
Of course.
And so the customer has immediate opportunity to let us know if they were satisfied with that experience. If they were, they click on the smiley face. If they're not, they click on the frowny face, a free form box pops up, and we're able to get a better understanding of how the customer was not satisfied. We have a whole separate team that actually proactively calls those customers back and tries to make the situation right. But those numbers overall, we're very proud of in terms of our overall customer satisfaction score. We're in the mid-80s and oftentimes in the low 90s, which, as you know, in any support organization, if you're satisfying 9 out of 10 customers, you're doing something right, and we're real proud of that.
Fantastic, fantastic. So the feedback on the feedback forms has been good.
Absolutely, absolutely. Customers like letting us know whether we were successful in handling their issues or not.
Great. Well, you know what? Thanks so much. This was quite a pleasure, and all the best to you.
Thank you very much.